across to Pankaj then, analyze finally some relief news which is coming in after what we've heard with regards to Cadila as well as Sun Pharma. Is this big relief, Pankaj, for Caplin?
Right, it is a decent relief. See, Aisha, Caplin is a very small company when you compare to Sun Pharma and some of the others, and they have only 1 or 2 flagship plants. And this steroid plant, the injectable plant is one of the important ones that they have, where no Form 483 has been issued. Now, last 2 results have not been that great, where injectable business has, not kicked off. Now, for last 2.5 years, they have been investing into the injectable business. Remember, in the injectable business, the price erosion is not as high as you have seen in, the oral human care, and that's why it's an important one. Now, they've got this clearance. Approvals will start to come in, or at least the approvals that they are filing, they have visibility for the next 2 years. I believe that we have the management at Caplin with us. I think we are just on standby. For the management at Caplin to join us. So let's just wait and watch for that. But it's a decent news, and you can immediately see that the stock is reacting 3.5% higher, 514 for Caplin at this point of time. Do we have the management of Caplin? Okay, we have the management at Caplin with us. Sir, what would you say about this news flow? This is the most important and the flagship plant for the company. What does this mean?
Thank you. So this is our second FDA inspection. In fact, we had the first one in 2016, and this was the second PAI. And I think we're glad to inform you that today, especially with sterile injectable plants, with the inspections getting tougher and tougher, we're glad to inform you that there's been no 483s issued at the close of inspection.
Right. So, see, one is that inspection has happened and no Form 483 is issued. Now, can you give us a perspective that generally a 2-year is the timeline when the USFDA does an inspection? What is the sort of filings that you're looking at? When do you start expecting approval? And also the company has been heavily investing into injectable R&D.
Yeah, so we already have 2 approvals through our partners. We're already commercial on one product since last October, and we're about to go commercial on the other product. We filed 2 ANDAs of our own, and we're in the process of developing and filing potentially 4 to 5 more ANDAs before end of this financial year. And we have a decent pipeline going forward. And look, when it comes to revenues, I think it's hard to predict right now because it's a dynamic situation and the approval time is not in our hands. But for sure, USFDA is much faster these days compared to what it was before in terms of approval times.
Right. Vivek, last 2 results have not particularly been that great. But do you think injectable growth or approvals from this plant can completely change that picture?
To begin with, we are still at very decent EBITDA margins and very, very decent PAT margins in comparison to our peers. So I wouldn't call it bad results or anything, number one. Number 2, yes, injectable business for sure. When it starts to go ahead in full stream, I think we fully expect this to add well to our top and bottom line.
Right, Vivek. Thanks so much and congratulations on the great news regarding your plant. So that was the management at Caplin talking about the flagship plant, and injectable approval from this plant will drive the growth ahead.